The American experiment has become a haunted house, and we are the guests arguing over which room is the most haunted, while the floorboards turn to ash beneath our feet. When a titan like Senator Lindsey Graham falls, snapped away in an instant by the cruel silent mechanics of an aortic dissection, the machinery of Washington doesn't pause to mourn. It doesn't even skip a beat. It shifts. In the shadow-filled hallways of power, the vacancy is not a tragedy. It is a game of musical chairs played with the future of the Republic. We watch the scramble unfold like a grainy black and white newsreel. The governor moves a chess piece, a family member, a legacy, into the seat before the cooling board is even cleared. It's not a hostage situation, as the frantic tweets suggest. It's something colder. It's the efficient, rhythmic pulse of a system that knows exactly how to preserve itself, regardless of the humanity lost in the process. I call this the tribal glitch. We have collectively decided to turn our democracy into an Ohio State versus Michigan football game. We wear our colors, red or blue, like armor, and we treat the opposing side not as neighbors with different ideas, but as a contagion to be purged. It seems to be a very comfortable delusion. When you treat politics like a sport, you don't have to confront the terrifying reality that the game is rigged against the spectators. You just want your team to win. You want the satisfaction of seeing the other side cry. But here's the horror of that mentality. In a football game, the loser goes home to a quiet house. In a constitutional democracy, when the opposition is treated as an existential enemy, the house itself burns down. And then we have the architecture of gaslighting. Walk into any comment section, and you'll see the modern American lobotomy in progress. Present a fact, a hard, cold, verifiable stone of truth, and watch it bounce off the shield of cognitive dissonance. They won't even look at the evidence. They'll call it AI. They'll call it a deep fake. They'll look you right in the eye and tell you that you are the one who is losing your mind. They call it TDS. They call it communism. They use these words as incantations or spells designed to shut down the thinking part of your brain so that you stop asking why the walls are closing in. It's simply a protection racket for the ego. If they admit that the propaganda is hollow, then they have to admit that they've been played. And for many, that kind of self-reckoning is a fate worse than death. And I guarantee you there's a ghost whispering in the machine. There's whispers in the dark, stories of certain people in certain rooms making moves to save the country. We want to believe in a grand conspiracy because the alternative is so much more petrifying. The system isn't being run by a secret cabal of masterminds. It's being run by people who are just as lost as we are, trying to cling to power by dividing us into smaller and smaller tribes. There's no smoke-filled rooms where men in suits order hits on their rivals. That's a pulp novel trope. The reality is far more mundane and infinitely more dangerous. Deals aren't written in blood. They're written in lobbyist checks. They're paid for with dark money. And let's not forget the quiet, incremental erosion of our shared reality. They don't need to slaughter us. They just need to keep us fighting each other until we forget how to recognize the truth. This is a call to wake up. If you're listening to this and you feel that familiar itch of defensiveness, if your instinct is to check my team before you check my facts, then the spell is already working. The documentary in your brain is reaching the final act. By all means, you can keep on watching, mesmerized by the tribal screaming, or you can step off the field. Why don't you stop trying to win the argument? Start looking for the truth in the places they'll tell you not to go. The only way to stop the burning isn't to pick a side. Everybody has to grab a bucket of water. It's time to realize that as long as we're playing their game, we're all losing the house.